So Wonder Woman is oppressed, facing one of the worst hardships that any American human being can face, and that is to be in a Christian household subjected by the gender roles. I mean, this is hell on earth. I cannot imagine. You know, there are people who are on fentanyl in the streets, in the ghettos, and they have it better than Wonder Woman in this situation. It's a hellish nightmare, absolutely unthinkable. The thing is, though, I'm looking on Twitter, and the only reason that I know about it is because The Blaze talked about it, and The Blaze was also very neutral. It's like, okay, well, this is happening. But as you're looking through the comments section, like, no one is even outraged. No one even cares. It's like, oh, I mean, it's DC. Yeah, I mean, they hate men. It's obviously what they do. And you notice the stunning and bravery, right? Like, they do not have the balls to do this about Islam. Like, they do not have the balls to put Wonder Woman in a burqa in a similar situation. Because there would be outrage. Like, there would be pushback, you know? Muslims, they have NGOs, they have all that stuff, and they would definitely do not appreciate someone mocking their religion. They would not do it to Jewish people because, again, Jewish strength. I mean, the Jewish have the most powerful spell on earth, which is called summon the Democrats. And the Democrats summon the ADL, and boom, the censorship happens. The private company can't do shit. You know, but when you mess with the Christians, the private company can do whatever it wants because they're the punching joke. But the thing is, and I'm an atheist, okay? And I'm starting to notice that, again, it's like picking on the weak kid on the block. You can do it for so long until everyone else goes like, hey, you know, come on, what are you doing? But the thing is, like, as you're reading this comic, it's not like they're making fun of it or that it's a joke. You get the vibe that the author, like, has legit hatred for it's not just the Christian way of life, but it's also the gender stereotype, right? Like the male gaze. They literally despise it. Like this type of lifestyle shocks them to the very core, to the point where they have such a phobia that the only answer that they know is hatred. And you get the vibe as you're reading the comic. It's very hateful. And this is why most people are reading manga and they're moving to literally anything else besides this American hatred that's being pushed. Because when you're reading manga, you get the feeling that it's for entertainment, like it actually tries to make you think of something. But meanwhile, like, what is this actually trying to make me feel? That being a housewife is bad. Yes, absolutely. That, like, in a world where you have economic problems, where you have more and more countries declaring war on each other, where you have high crime rates, this is the topic that you pick, the gender roles. Yes, the worst thing imaginable. And again, like, I as a man, I genuinely cannot understand what is wrong with the gender roles. Like, someone can explain to me, if I was in a universe where this big titty waifu, like, she's got these massive fat tits and a nice plump ass, and she marries me and she tells me, you need to stay home and cook food and you just have sex with me when I come back and I'll give you money. Right? Like, apparently that is oppressive. Like I should feel oppressed if this hot chick is marrying me and is just asking me to stay home, right? But meanwhile, if you go to work at Amazon and you have to piss in a bottle and you have to meet all the deadlines and you have to do all of that, that is liberating. Like, that is society's way of liberation. And this is, like, literally part of the theme here. Apparently she is cooking food, and the husband says that the food needs to be done by 6. And I'm thinking, like, okay, so if she was at home and she was at work and she was slaving at Amazon, as we mentioned before, and she has to meet the deadlines, again, like, she can't complain about oppression there. Like that is perfectly liberating. So what the husband needs to do, if he wants to have the gender roles, he needs to start a multi-billion-dollar corporation and then employ his wife under the corporation and make that cooking dinner is part of her job and get paid for it, and then it's fine, I guess. It's so bewildering, you know? It's, oh my God. Like I'm not saying that you can't have, you know, gender roles that can be toxic. right? An actual abusive husband, like that is a norm. But every single time, without exception, when you see it represented in American media, it has to be oppressive. Like they just can't have traditional gender roles that are not oppressive. Like surely you guys must know, like some friends that had parents which had the gender roles and weren't oppressive, right? And it's never in reverse either. Like you will never see a case where the man is being oppressed. Well, actually, no, they did that. I think they did it with Frank Castle. Apparently, like his wife cocked him, then divorced him, and took half his shit, and then took the other shit as well, like stole everything. So no, but again, like in that story, the wife was being portrayed as the hero, as the protagonist, and it's again like I genuinely don't understand, where do they keep all this hatred, man? Like where do they find so many hateful people to write their comics? Like if I was to start, and even if I were to get a time machine and go all the way back to World War II and find Nazis to write comics, I do not know if I would be able to find so many people with so much hatred in their hearts like the American entertainment is hiring now. It is absolutely bizarre, you know? And again, like, it's not that I care anymore, because you get to see that I'm not even spurging out, I'm not even shouting or anything, because I generally don't care about Wonder Woman that much. I mean, I used to, until they ruined it. Not with this type of thing, but with others. With other themes and other tropes. But I'm generally like surprised and shocked, you know, when I see this level of malice. And most of the people that read Wonder Woman are teenage boys, I assume. Again, like they were complaining that numbers that are now considered to be bestsellers 5 years ago would have gotten you fired, right? Like this is how bad the American comic book industry is, especially compared to manga. No wonder they can't sell, right? But, like, the people that do buy it, like those 5 people that buy it, I assume are teenage boys. Why are you making the reader to be the butt end of your joke? Every single time. This is so fucking bizarre, you know? They believe in representation, right? So they believe that it's a female hero, then all the people reading it must be women as well. When in reality, the people that read Wonder Woman, they would want her as a friend, or they would want to go out with her, right? I know it's shocking, but the opposite attracts. It's kind of interesting. Like, women like Thor the movie, and boys like Wonder Woman the movie. I wonder what that is. I wonder, do you guys know why that is? I do not know. I cannot fathom. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. And if you want to support the channel, there's a link into the pinned comment. It will take you to my Patreon or my Subscribe Star. And in exchange for your pledge, I will give you the best buyer's remorse on the internet. Take care.